So here we are. We've got you some secret coverage. The people cried for it. They were like, I don't want to wait 2 hours for Na'Vi to face up against whoever wins the other series because they're going to take ages because Na'Vi stomped their series. So we have been shifted across to Secret versus TFT. We'll probably end up on CIS again for the 3rd series, but in the meantime, you get to enjoy some Mr. Pupan drafting.
Yep. First pick OD in this patch.
He doesn't stop. Like, come on, he's just doing this through the major. Admittedly, they didn't win the major, but they made it pretty far considering every team knew what they were going to do.
They know what they're doing. These guys, they've been around the block. I'm personally, as a pub player, getting pretty sick of OD, though. You know, it's been about 15 patches. And if the great puppy himself thinks that OD is still good, then I'm sure it is. Although mid 1 is not your average mid pub player. But
I mean, he's got the name for it, right? Like those kind of people that name themselves mid only or abandoned. He's kind of there, like mid 1. I go mid, I'm number 1.
He was number 1 ranked in Europe for a while, so like he literally was the one mid. And you know, yeah. If somebody says, "Give me mid," and they're rank 1 in the highest ranked region in the world, you give it to them.
You sound like Blitz right now. I always hear him complain about this. Like, you'll get in his games, like, all right, I'm 20 ranks higher than you, but you're not giving me mid. And then just proceeds to actually, like, have to go support or something. Good man, Blitz is.
That's North America for you. I'm not sure. How's Europe for role stealing? I feel like I've queued Europe a couple of times, and I feel like it's
very calm, actually. This is the weird thing. Like, a lot of the stuff you guys get in your NA games, I'm unfamiliar with, right? Stuff like walk down mid, we don't get it. We actually... Like, maybe you do, and I'm just lucky, and my behavior score is good, because I'm a good boy for the most of it.
Yeah.
But I feel like in my experience of when I queue in America, I sometimes do with my friends, even East Coast is kind of dicey. Like, you do get these games where someone is like, I will literally walk down mid if you don't give me mid. So either way, they're walking down mid, you might as well give it to them.
Right. Either way, they're going to feed mid and probably get the courier killed. It's just like one way is intentional and the other way isn't. Nature's Prophet is actually one of the best heroes to feed mid with because you can teleport. So
is this how we're weighing the draft now?
Exactly. Yes. This is who can lose the game quicker.
But now you have an Earth Spirit that can roll down mid.
True.
And teleport has a decent cooldown, so the argument is who can make it there quicker more regularly. Oh wow, Secret, this is a lot of push actually. Gee.
It is. I love this draft so far. Man, I'm a huge fan of this Nature's Prophet hero. We were talking about it off stream a little bit, and basically my argument for this hero as a support is that you can cut waves all the time, control the creeps with the ultimate, keep all the creeps out, in the enemy base. And if you get killed, they're killing a 4-role hero. If you can't show up to, or a 5-role hero, if you can't show up to a fight because you're cutting a wave, you're a 5 or a 4-role hero that's not showing up to the fight. It's not as important as, let's say, an Earthshaker not showing up to a fight. So just basically, I think that for what Nature's Prophet wants to do in the mid to late game, it's perfect for the 4 and 5 position. I really love this hero as a support, and I think that's probably where we're going to be seeing it played.
I think the interesting thing for me, like, I don't know if you agree with this perspective. Prophet is this good support if you're either ahead or behind. It feels not great when you're mid ground, like you're even, because like here am I going, right? If you're ahead, you're just ganking, you're pushing, you're going for it, right? If you're behind, the argument is we need to get what we can out of the map, so I'm going to split push.
Yeah,
when you're in the mid game, you don't get enough farm to be able to fight effectively, but you need to.
You're totally right, I think. Brax said that Nature's Prophet is like a really complementary hero, where if your team is doing really well, he'll complement that. So like you said, ahead, he's really great, running around, ganking people. He's a global hero, so innately, if he's ahead, he's going to do really nice. And then if you're behind, you have the best creep cutting in Dota, basically. So just happens to have mechanics for ahead and behind, but for being even, yeah, he's like a relatively normal hero until it comes to, like, pushing and stuff. But like Pugna is a good pusher too, and I wouldn't say he's amazing while ahead or amazing while behind, like Nature's Prophet is. You got a Darkseer against Pugna.
But then also, after they pick the Darkseer, Secret go for the Morphling, which...
The insta-pick.
I mean, we've seen some games where that actually works against teams, right? Where you get super late game, and that wall gets you a carry in itself with the Morphling.
Right, you legitimately get another Morphling. In fact, when you get the parallel wall, you get 2 Morphlings, possibly. So, although Morphling is a ranged hero, so naturally he's going to do a lot better versus a Darkseer. Pretty decent at just right-clicking down the Iron Shelled creep with the high base damage. The stat gain changes to Morphling have definitely made him a lot better. I think he's sitting at about a 53% win rate in pro-level pubs, and you can see that his pick rate is going up and up and up and up, even being like first phase picked, so the win rate is a little bit lower because of that and still quite high. And then also, I think one of the biggest buffs to Morphling is actually like a shadow patch they put in where they changed it. So now if you level up during Morph, you get the stat gain. Like you wouldn't, if you leveled up during Morph, it was bugged where you wouldn't get the stats. And that was one of the biggest problems with this hero, and yet it was still getting picked because the new Morph is just so strong if you're good with it. We've seen ridiculous plays happen with Morph. Honestly, Morphling, before they changed Rubik to be better, Morphling was the new Rubik. Like just a better Rubik.
You know, I realized something here, Jenkins. When we were in the break, you were saying, I don't really know like how I'd identify myself. Like, you know, we were talking about how you compare yourself to other casters. You think like what kind of role you have as an analyst, etc.
Right. So I'm like, for example, like a shittier lizard.
No. I just realized actually, you're basically young Nahas. You talked so much about numbers in that presentation. You could be the non-silver-haired devil of stats.
You know what? Nahaz has silky smooth skin. I've met him in person. That is a bullshit niche that he has. He's not old. He just has white hair. Okay? I'm pretty sure that guy has had white hair since he was born.
He's basically a secret anime character.
He is. He is actually an anime character. The only reason he's perceived as old is because he's a smart guy, dude. He's a professor. You know, he pivoted into it. He realized, okay, this is my niche. I'm the old guy. It's like 30-something. The guy's not old.
Just like basically backstage before he goes on, he just pins back his face. I think he's deceiving you. I think I'm pretty sure Nahaz is in his 40s. Pretty sure.
It's hard to tell, man. I'm telling you. I've seen that guy in person. He's got this silky smooth skin.
He's very energetic as well. Like it's very.
He is. He's got the energy of a child, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like a magical sort of thing. You know who has that?
He baby rages sometimes, but you know, yeah. He has the energy of a child.
Mott. You know Mott? You remember Mott?
Yeah, I remember.
Dude, he has that too. Like, we'll be watching games at the Moonduck House. And he's just like, oh, fucking get him! Yeah, go PvT! Oh, yes. And it's like, dude, Mott, you're not casting, man. You need to relax. And Nahaz backstage is the exact same thing. He's just getting so into it.
Like, I felt like a freak when I first started, because I'd be like, if I see big plays, I'm just screaming about it. So I was like, oh my god, black hole! Oh. And like, I'm actually just probably annoying the other talent. And then I just get backstage with Nahaz. And he is literally, come on, baby! Come on, let's go! It's like, Iron Shell and the Creep gonna get that CS, let's go! I'm like, Jesus Christ. My experiences with this kind of like this whole idea of American gusto, you know, this big kind of pride, wasn't there, because a lot of them are calm behind stage, but he's definitely got a lot of spirit. So there you go. That's your target. We focus a lot on that, but I know people like, can you just focus on the game? We're getting there, guys, because we have reached the lanes, we've reached the start. We've reached the pause. Which gives us time to talk about things. See, we planned this. This was a puppy pause complementary to our desire for a pause.
Going back to Nahaz, I remember like in China, obviously, Pornhub and stuff like that is banned out. You can't get onto, different search engines and stuff like that without a VPN. That's okay for Nahaz because he still has like all the stats pages and stuff to look at. So, that sort of thing doesn't bother him as a person, as an individual, like it would bother us. And that is a competitive advantage when it comes to casting.
But it's okay, because we'll get further, because he'll die before us. That's just how the world works.
That's true. That's true.
Rolling.
I didn't think about that.
All right, Poppy's fine. You just got to look at the positives. You know how people like respect you? I was like, all right, I respect you, but eventually you're going to be dead.
You're done, kid. Like, you're done. You're at the end of your ropes, bud. That's the way of the road. Yeah, no, I got you.
I mean, with this cast, the comments I just made, I am at the end of my ropes.
I never had a rope to begin with. So.
Well, that's okay. No, not to hang yourself. That's the important part. So anyway, let's have a look at the CS, because the start of these lanes should be a little bit interesting, especially the mid lane, where there is a clear lead for mid one. But then again, it's mid one, it's OD. Do we really expect him to ever be behind on CS?
Nah, you can just, Astral Imprisonment, creep, push us out the wave, go jungle. Very hard to lose the lane with this hero, but Lena's also very similar with the Dragon Slave. Yapsor's being so annoying.
I just love it. It's just, I'm going to stand here, and Chessie can't come anywhere near the creep wave. This is actually painful, because as you just said, you got the Astral, which is going to slow your ass down, and now you've just got this random Shaker just waving his giant totem around at the side, really inappropriately, just saying, hey, I'm here.
Yep, he's standing right on a ward. That's BM. That should be...
Oh, Hanskin, gonna get low, fissure through. Allows him to get the kill, and actually Jeep, he might go down as well. The final hit comes out, and Puppey gets the kill. And guess
I see this a lot with Darkseer. I don't know. I feel like this hero in the first couple of levels, the level 1 Iron Shell is so weak. So if you're against like a Morphling that just doesn't die to the combo, doesn't care about the Iron Shell.
He's too slow, I think, is the big problem. Like, yes, we know this. This is why he has Surge built in, but the pacing of this hero just doesn't fit the aggression that comes out from supports in the current meta, I think. Which puts you like at a disadvantage. You might eventually get aggression when you get second level in Shell, right? But by then, have you died?
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I guess with all that being said, he does, hit a pretty nice power spike when he gets the high levels in the Surge and the Shell and some items. So it does make up for it a little bit. Hanskin's fine. He's chilling.
It's always the argument of being able to farm. Well, you say that. He's actually playing with them a little bit. How much regen he's got? He's got two... Okay, he's got 2 tangos. This is not how you want to play this game. This is kind of the biggest issue of the support Prophet, right? Is he can make these trades. You can see he has no regen, because what does he do? Okay, I'm getting low. I'll TP back to base. I'll be back soon full. Zai in the top lane, however.
I wish I saw what... Oh?
Yeah, he's dead. Shackle's on him. Gonna try and run off. Oh, Frost gonna chase it down. Salve's gonna come out. Zai, this little undead kid is a little bit too quick.
Wow, that was such a nice little arc that he did there.
They don't have Shackles either. He's gone.
He could slow him again, but nah, he's too close to the tower. Yeah, that was really nice. It's very lucky that those trees right there were cut, because I think otherwise he has to run through the Shaman, and then the Shaman just body blocks him and then grips him. That was a super nice just memorization of what trees had been cut by Zai, and then doing that little arc where he couldn't get caught.
Always a man to get praised a lot, but for good reason. I mean, he's playing a 2v1, and he's not doing too bad. 12, 13 CS, in fact, right now. Of course, Frost is on top of the world, but it's a lifestealer. Come on, what do you really expect?
I think this hero's garbage, too. This lifestealer.
It does okay early on, unless it gets pressured by 2, but it's just very static, I guess.
I think the Midas nerf hurt him the most.
Mid one? Oh, they didn't get the stun. Mid one's going to be chased.
He has an Iron Shell,
still surging forward with the Iron Shell there as well. The haste on him. Boulder smash through. It's going to end now. Mid one. He can't do anything, though. He tried to turn around to stun, to do something, but unable to. Puppey will arrive now to interrupt the salve on Hanskin, but Hanskin, he's pretty tanky. He's going to turn around, roll away. Puppey getting pretty low. They need to deal with Chessie right now, who is out of mana. They will back away.
Yeah, Yapstar's out of mana as well. So it's just like some awkward right clicks on each other in the mid lane. Mid one dying is a pretty big deal, though. There's a 1k advantage at 4 minutes in for Secret, so looking pretty good. Nisha on this bot lane, 19 denies. Completely punishing this low-level Iron Shell by just getting those denies. Ooh, Hanskin.
Oh, gonna roll away. Nice. Snatches a rune. Has its own one taken away by Nisha in the end, though. I think the thing to highlight about that rotation mid, though, is it did force pressure off Jeeb, so he does now have level 3. Means he can somewhat farm competent.
Yep, really needs that Soul Ring to come out. And maybe send some tangos with that, or like Ring of Health. Yeah, he's gonna hold it. Okay, so yeah, he sends some tangos, because once you get the Soul Ring, it costs so much HP. It's not even about like the mana cost of the Iron Shell, you know? It's just like you're sitting at 10% HP all the time when you get the Soul Ring.
Reason a lot of people just pick up that casual ring. Zai, getting pretty low here. They can't finish him off. However, Era, he's in a little bit of trouble. The tree blocks him in. He will meet his demise.
Zai's really abusing this movement speed up here on Pugna, which is super nice. One of the few reasons that he's trended towards becoming an offlaner. Nisha on the bot lane can't kill him.
Nah, he's already used the waveform. Doesn't really have that much mana anyway. The Jeep He managed to snatch the creeps away and much needed. Almost has level 4, but Nisha's up at 5. Almost 6, in fact. This is scary.
Rough.
Meanwhile, on the mid lane, Jesse has an Invis rune and is waiting. Mid-1 did scan out, but whoopsie, Laguna's going to come through the roll. Fisher interrupts, though. Astral will mean mid-1 should be able to walk this off. And Hanskin, he's going to go down. Silence Clips gets dropped to ensure it, and Jesse has no mana. Now the TP in from Puppey. Sprout to block him across. They're still trying to move away.
Nice try, but I'm surprised he was able to just walk out of those trees there. Like, that was... I see what Puppey was going for there. He didn't want him to just tango with that shared tango, so he didn't want to tree him. But there's actually, like, a little bit of space there next to the fissure. He was trying to do this, like, kind of fissure tree thing where he couldn't get by, but a little bit of space. Nice, just sitting behind mid for Yapsor, like, completely screwing over that rotation with just the fissure.
Yeah, he waited patiently as well. He made sure he caught 2 of them, because obviously if Jesse's left free for a moment, you definitely lose your OD in the end.
Oh yeah, get the right-click damage, 3 fiery soul stacks.
So I live life on the edge, shackled up, and he's dead.
I'm honestly surprised. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm honestly surprised he hasn't died up until this point. He's playing solo offlane versus Shadow Shaman Lifestealer. 2, like, heavy kill heroes, especially against, like, a solo hero. He's even got 2 points in the open wounds and phase boots.
He's definitely suffering in terms of XP, though, right? You'd expect him to have a little bit more if it was going well, but they have done a decent job of shutting him out XP-wise. He has got decent CS, but at the same time, he's trailing behind the Lifestealer now in levels.
Yep, but once he gets to level 6, that's a pretty huge power spike, whereas Lifestealer with the level 6, not really that useful. You know, you just use the Infest to kill a creep, like extra farming. But with Pugna, you can just keep spamming out the Life Drain, getting mana, constantly sitting in a lane. You can just pressure the tower that way by just Life Draining whoever comes there, pressure the tower with the Nether Blast. So he's probably going to rotate towards the mid lane now to maybe get the tower, or maybe somebody rotates to the top lane. But on Pugna, generally at this point, it's like you want to start pushing. Abuse that early timing that other heroes don't really have when it comes to pushing towers.
Yeah, also exploit the fact that Jeeb is so low on gold, right? So it's not like he's going to be in a position to stop your pushes soon.
Yeah, that's true. Darkseer in general, even like when not behind like this, you know, starts coming more to fights like level 8, 9, 10 even, just because like he wants to spend so much time split pushing with the Ion Shell, which is useful, but it's definitely not fighting and defending towers.
It's not what we call an active push. Just a passive one. It shoves the lane in, but you're not going to get towers out of it, whereas on the other side, it's a Pugna, it's a Prophet. If you look away from a lane for a minute, your tower's going to be gone.
I like that. Active passive push. That's good.
For activity, son. I've moved on, right? I like tried to brand the whole chaos factor, which I still like, by the way. And Life Drain, Shaman. Oh, he gets a shackle out just in time, but guess what? Puppey arrives. Now it's a 3-on-1. Frost, she'd get out of here.
Puppey, I think, could build into like a Bassi right now, and that would really help for these pushes. And then disassemble it and build that into Medallion. I really like that build up on Nature's Prophet support, just because it gives you the 5 or 10 minute catapult push with the Bassi, and then you can just turn it into a Medallion for when you're fighting later on into the game.
It's also interesting to like observe the passive gold usage, right, on certain heroes. The supports in this game. For example, Puppey, he doesn't ever have to worry about regen we highlighted at the beginning. And this does give him that gold, as you said, to get that medallion pretty quickly. Whereas you look on the other side, you know, Shaman, he's going to be buying quite a lot of movement speed. He needs that for a start, and then the regen on top of that. What's the Earth Spirit have to build? Not regen. Zai. Oh, nice fissure. Interrupts the roll through. Zai is going to try and run this off. Got TP coming in from the Prophet. Cancels it, realizing he'll
actually not going to go for him. Huh. They had the Laguna up for that and everything. It just barely wasn't in range.
I think they were worried about backstabbing coming.
Yeah. Okay, so Puppey went for the straight medallion, which, you know, it's good for pushing too, because you can do this, or medallion the creep and give it an extra like 2 or 3 hits.
Oh, Shackle's coming out. They saw mid one. He was under a sentry with the Laguna there. No, Life Drain. Beautifully done from side to keep him live. Mid one. Gonna get low, but not low enough to kill him off. Dragon Slave through. Gets dodged to the side. Zai is low. We'll just hit up the tower with the Nether Blast. They get the tower and they might get away. Gonna be a backstab coming in. Jeep trying for the kill, but nice use the Astro in time. Roll across. Mid one. Trying to escape, but won't be able to do. Dragon Slave does get him. Zai, he will be able to TP out in time, though.
They sniped the tower, too. That was like a 4-man defense of the tower, and the Siege Creep gets it, because Zai, once again, abusing that movement speed on the Pugna, and he hits the tower and drops a Nether Blast as they're running away, like, in defense, and it results in them getting the tower, which makes that trade worth it despite losing mid one. They get the mid tower, which is arguably the most important tower in Dota, other than, maybe the tier 4s, but that's kind of cheating because it literally exposes the throne, and it's like a 50-minute tower.
Yeah, it's definitely not feasible to get the tier 4 towers like 10 minutes in.
Hey man, you maybe in your European
how much
pubs,
you walking down mid,
Yeah. We North Americans, we band together and people are walking down mid, and we got the meteor hammers, the bassies, the casual blightstones. We know all the strats for ending games at 10 minutes.
Beautifully educated to you by certain individuals that we won't name. We kind of got one in Europe. Chappie exists in the land of Europe. Well, more cross in Russia, but sometimes appears in the European servers.
Does he still do that?
I'm not sure, actually. I'm really not sure. He'll always be remembered for it. Dude, that guy could go win TI now, and he'd still be remembered for just Chappie hours. That
is true. Although CC&C, he's had his fair share of feeding. And top lane, Frost, he's fine. 3 cores in the top lane from Secret. This is
easy top.
I mean, Nisha wants to be here now, so this is where Nisha rotates. Look, almost every single game with a Morphling. Generally, you'll rotate earlier. Basically, what you do is you just farm the safe lane and just look to fight anywhere else that looks good. Puppy dies, but alas, he's a 5 prophet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about this hero as a support. It's like if that's a core prophet and he dies there, we don't call it insignificant. But because he's a support, it's just perfect for him. Because prophet always puts himself in those dangerous situations behind towers, getting wards up, taking cheeky farm because he can TP literally globally.
And it's the definition of a tactical feed in that regard, right? Like, people are like, you're just memeing, you're joking, right? Poppy doesn't want to die there. No. Actually, you go there because it forces a rotation. And then, if they go top, they're splintered top, and you instantly TP into the fight.
You just TP there, yeah. Exactly. He TPs and secures the tower, and his death also caused the enemy team to, group up and show themselves bot.
Lena, super low, a lot of damage going on the Chessie. Nice Astral save, they can't help in the puck, and the Fissure through interrupts and splits up the team. Now Puppy right as well. Zai going to be stomped up by the creep. Centaur will be able to get him. In the meantime, they do actually find the kill on Lena as Nisha rolls in. Looking for Morgan, a waveform through, hits up on Eric, gets himself a double kill. He's not done just yet, though. He wants Frost. Frost does have the rage in 2 seconds, but he doesn't have a TP. Nisha blocked off by his own Earthshaker there, but there's going to be a roll through. They force out the use of the rage from Frost, and he's going to go into creep. That buys you a few more seconds of life, but Nisha hits pretty damn hard, has the waveform to work with as well. And when you come out, there's a surprise. An Echo Slam to the face, and an Adaptive Strike as well.
Alright, Nisha has 8,000 gold. This is I thought mid one was going to be an issue this game, but...
Oh, he will as well, because he's got his Midas now.
Yep. Although the item has definitely fallen off a little bit. It's not what it once was. It takes, 20 minutes or something now for it to...
Yeah,
give you the gold back.
I don't think it's just about the gold though, right? Because this is a hero that really wants the experience due to the in-game for his ultimate.
Yeah, true. Also a hero that benefits a lot from the attack speed for farming, for fighting.
Definitely.
It's just in general a good item. Same thing with Nakes, Chaos Knight. In fact, I'd say I'd argue that's why a big reason Nakes and Chaos Knight have fallen off quite a bit, at least in pro level pubs. It's just because the Midas is just less good for them. But the reason it was good before is because all the same reasons it's good for the OD. Attack speed, experience, a little bit of gold.
It's definitely... I think that was the undervalued aspect of the item in a lot of... the typical pub players' mind. A lot of the pros clocked on straight away. It was the attack speed. It's just huge value there. But a lot of people didn't understand.
It's like a fighting farming item. It's good for fighting and farming, depending on... Drums is kind of the new Midas. For a lot of people. For a lot of heroes.
The item that everyone worried was dead. For how long do you think drums felt dead for? It must have been half a year at least. Where
yeah, it was at least 6 months, 6 months to a year. But I'm okay with drums being dead for a long time because drums has always been relatively good. There was a few patches there where it was just busted.
Flowers found a place again. Interesting that most people still don't realize you can actually renew the drum charges with another recipe. Not that anyone does because you eventually want to scale out that item.
I had no idea that you could do that.
I didn't too until someone told me. I was like, wait, what?
I had no idea. What? How much is the recipe? 450 now?
Something like that.
Or 600. Okay, that seems pretty expensive.
I haven't tested it since the most recent patch, but
couldn't you do that with Diffusal at a point? Or...
You could, but then they changed the way Diffusal worked. That was an interesting Yules onto a catapult there. Guess he needs to run. They're coming in. Puppy's arrived as well. The life drain. Oh no, he just gets outraged. Laguna instantly on a Puppy. He's going to get pretty low, but Chessie just expended his ability to kill for the next minute.
Do you know Nature's Prophet has like, I think it's like the 4th or 5th highest strength gain in the game? 2.6.
That doesn't sound right. Like,
wait a minute. No, that's not right. I think
hero-wise?
I think it's of all the int heroes.
Yeah, that sounds more correct. Okay, we still got to work on you becoming the hearts, but you're getting there.
See, I was thinking, oh no, okay, agi gain. He's got really high agi gain
yes,
in terms
right.
of but his strength gain is still really high. I remember looking at the chart for the agi gain, and it's up there. Because what, TB has like 3.7 agi gain, something like that, and it's the highest in the game.
I mean, it's understandable you made that mix-up because agi is pretty strong. Oh my god, that Echo Slam from Yapzor! He just found the entirety of TFT sleeping near the creep camps. Frost can't escape Eva and TFT. It was a disaster that you give over the Roche, but to give over that by the side.
Well, that's that. that's just the blink reveal. They didn't know he had the blink dagger at that point. So you get that one chance for the enemy team to be so completely out of position and grouping together, and then never again. So taking advantage of that, very important. And Yapzor, of course, well aware of this.
Instant punishment, though. They should lose the tier 3. I'm not sure how hard Secret want to commit for this. They have a 12,000 net worth lead at 17.5 minutes into this game. And TFT, this map is going to get incredibly small for them very fast. In fact, I predict next 2 minutes we get the typical Pugner experience, right? Just sits outside your base, poking and prodding, and you can't commit.
Yeah, sounds about right. With the bottle, 2 clarities, he's got the Yule Scepter coming out, Ether Lens mana regen, and tons of movement speed. He went for the movement speed talent too. This is like the perfect poking and prodding build. You just run at the tower, run away hasted, constantly spam with all the mana regen you have. Yeah, here he goes. There it is.
Oh, no one's in the base, so he can just keep doing it. There's a creep here, but that's not an indicative of a defense, and that won't stop Zai from just going in and poking and prodding.
He's gonna get the tower.
So much time. Yeah, they waste. Look at them. They commit the wards, you get the mid-tier 1, but they already got the first roast. They got value out of that mid-tier 1 tower. And Puppy's going to join in. He just realized as well. He's like, wait, they really are there? Okay. We can get some trees in 9 seconds. Uh-oh, they found mid 1. He needs to reach the shrine. He's got the Astral, and they have to back away. That's... TFT, this is not what you do. Well, they're going to try TP now, but Ares interrupted. He's going to go down. They find the backstab opportunity now. Maybe Light Strike coming out. Laguna as well. Mid 1 pretty low. The Astral won't protect them though. Hands good with the roll in. They might find the kill in the mid 1, but you're going to sacrifice a lane for this. This is not value.
They're just distracting. The fight doesn't even matter.
Yeah, Chessie's going to go down as well though. Fisher through, gets the kill, and that's going to be less people to defend. As you said, doesn't even matter because Secret already gaining the value. Foul Never Blast will come out, and that should set the ending of the melee racks. That does fall. TFT?
Okay, when you said Zai was going to be poking and prodding the towers, I didn't think like in the next minute
with a hot poker. With a hot poker here, okay? It's not your standard little stick. Puppy.
He's like poking them like molten lava.
Well, Frost is poking them like a ticklish little stick. Because Puppy, that is the support, and he barely feels the damage this Lifestealer.
Dude, that's the agi gain, man.
So
tanky. 9+7 armor. He's got 50% physical resist at this point. And then he's got a 1080 HP. 4 staff, infuse raindrops. This guy's effective HP is through the roof. Once again, like as a core, it's not as important, but I feel like just what this hero offers and his stat gains and just what he can do with so little is amazing on the support role.
Uh-oh, they found a target, and look what's inside. It has a juicy gummy center. With DD Onisha, Frost has to run away. They're thinking about teleporting in for the Sprout opportunity, and area is close enough, so Puppy will just cancel it, but that tower's going to go down. Onisha will not take anything less but your base.
God, that extra stat gain on Morphling, too, with the DD. He has 500 damage at 20 minutes into the game.
How do you like Melted Towers in the morning? I like mine with a Rax. He'll find it. They can't get the third lane. That's the blessing for TFT, but what? Oh, Nisha, he's gonna go. He's raged up. Jesse's gone. No, Frost. No, you can't fight against that. He doesn't have a target to infest inside. He doesn't even have it for 20 seconds. The heck is going to come out. Shaman trying to stay alive at the life drain. He can't deal with two. Hanskin refuses to roll in, and now he should be punished too. The GG actually comes out. They're done. They know that Secret wins game one. Celebratory Echo Slam from Yapsaw. Not his best of the game. In fact, his second one and his first one definitely had a big impact towards this win.
That was quite the outclass, which I suppose is what you would expect, just considering Secret's performance in the most recent tournaments. But yeah, that play where it's specifically where they were distracting and just trying to take any fight while Zai and Puppy were raxing. That is the difference between these like S tier teams and the A and B tier teams. Not that the Final Tribe is by any means a bad team. It's just that Secret, if you give them an opportunity to do something like that, they will ravage you. And they did.
Wrong hero, but same idea. And I mean, as a result of that, they do lose the first game. I need to check with the admins. I do think we might be going back across the CIS as that series is now ready, but I'll just double check with them. Hopefully they'll respond. So a few minutes, guys, then we'll be back with either Team Secret's next game or we'll switch across for Flightamoon versus... No, wait, Na'Vi versus Uvageni. Turns out Gambit lost to Uvageni. So, short break, then return. We'll figure this out. I mean, intriguing games no matter what. Stay tuned.